Well, what's up, everybody? Hey, what's up? How you guys doing, man? I ain't been around in a while. I was put in jail. Um, the thing about it is, I sat 14 days in the county jail on some bullshit charges they got. They said they found drugs. I don't know nothing about the drugs they say they found, and it's all has to do with move of retaliation that I put on the Toledo Police Department. It's basically a chess move. That's why I look at it, and they're trying to checkmate me. Now the thing about it is, I've been a gangster for a long time. I've been in the gangs. I've been gang banged. I've been to prison. I did all this stuff. You know what I'm saying in my past. So now they're trying to bring it back up when they know I'm trying to do the right thing, and they're trying to say, "Oh well, we found drugs, we found guns," and I'm like, "Man, you didn't find none of that shit on me." You know what I'm saying? Like nothing, and they're on some bullshit. They're on some bullshit. Um, I thought what happened was a man came into my house and he shot at me. Now, mind you, I was in a band at the time, so I wasn't even hustling or nothing. Dude came into my house and he shot at me. The police were called by my wife or whatever. And anyway, so what they ended up doing was not investigating like I could have just been a casualty of war, and I wouldn't have been. There wouldn't have been nothing said more about it. But yeah, he was in the wrong place, and he made a bad drug deal. Whatever the fuck they said, you know, was some bullshit. So they're trying to basically work me, trying to frame me up. I done lost my job, everything because of this. And anyway, so they said they wasn't going to investigate the crime. And, so I called. Well, Detective Singler was the detective on the case. I ended up calling Sergeant Kennedy at the Toledo Police Department, and I said, "Hey man, Singler's not following up with this case. I done made a report. Dude came in my house, and basically it was like he said, huh." I looked into it, and he was like, "Well, we really don't like you. We don't care for you. We basically fuck you." And so he said, "Get a hold of Lieutenant Gherkin." So I went up and I got a hold of Lieutenant Gherkin. Lieutenant Gherkin never responded to no voicemails, no nothing. So I was basically, uh, falling short of being a citizen of Toledo, Ohio, and also being a citizen of the United States of America. So I filed a complaint with Internal Affairs. I went and I filed a complaint with Internal Affairs. So next thing you know, I filed that complaint, and guess what happened to that? They just kept pulling me over. They raided my house once and didn't find nothing, but they raided it without a search warrant. No search warrant was ever proven. My lawyer was like, "Oh, this and that." They said it was hot pursuit. And the thing about it is, man, I ain't even did nothing. They kept finding weed on me, kept finding weed on me, kept finding weed on me. Next thing you know, I get pulled over. I got stuff on YouTube. Go to Toledo Police harass innocent man. That's me. So what happened next was the Toledo Police Department took some young punk named Heben, Detective Heben, and they, in other words, framed me up. I'm leaving for the studio one day, and as I'm leaving for the studio, I get pulled over. So I'm like, what the fuck? Well, anyways, they pulled me over. They said they got a search warrant for my house and my car, or my house and my truck, more or less. And they pulled me over, and guess what? Guess what happened after that? They took me back to my house. They raided my house. As I'm sitting in the back of the police car, now I was almost aware that my wife did have a gun because of the guy that came in our house. Uh, she was scared for her life. I told her it wasn't a good idea to have that because I am a felon and I'm also, got a prior record. I'm also on parole at the time. So I didn't approve it. Never did. And told her to get rid of it. I wasn't aware that it was in her purse when they charged me with it. Um, she's willing to testify to that. She already wants to go to open court and be like, Your Honor, the gun was mine. So then they said they found drugs. They found drugs. I don't know how much drugs they found or how much drugs they say they found, but they said they found drugs. So I'm like, drugs? What, some weed? They was like, no, some cocaine. I'm like, cocaine? Man, I ain't even seen cocaine, and well, besides maybe doing a little bit here and there back then, don't do it now. I'm 100% into recovery, which I was then at the time. So I'm like, drugs ain't my shit. What the fuck? So next thing you know, the cat runs up to into my house. He comes back out with a mask on. He's like, thinking he's hiding his face, but I know exactly what he looks like. So they take the drugs, and then they're like, we found another gun fly off the roof. I'm stunned. I'm totally freaking stunned. I can't believe that this is happening. Like, I don't even sell dope. So, anyways, they don't take me to jail. They don't take me to jail. Next thing you know, all my friends is like, oh, you snitching, boom, boom, boom. Man, I ain't never snitched. So, now, my wife goes to jail. She had a warrant. I ended up getting her out. Oh, sorry, I've been off my leg on Twitch. But, so I get her out. Now, 6 months later, 5 months later, I'm sitting in my house, chilling. Somebody comes up pounding on my... Well, actually, no, I was at the store. My wife called me, man, the police are here looking for you. I said, what? I don't know why. So, now, mind you, I put a post on Facebook a month before they raided me with all their names on there, just like I just did just now. So they raid me. I'm like, oh, wow. Or they're coming to arrest me. So I come home, hurry up and get home. Boom, I get in the house. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Said they was here in tactical gear. They had the house surrounded. So I said, all right. Well, and they came back too. What's this all about? Oh, you was raided back in May. I'm like, oh, yeah, this bullshit. I'm like, so what now? Well, you're going to jail. You got a warrant. You got to clear it up. So I go to jail. 9 days in jail. My wife's trying to get me out, what have you, because we ain't got much money. Oh, so no. I don't sell drugs no more. I don't do nothing illegal no more. Everything I was doing was legit. Well, anyways, I was playing bands and, I was doing what I was supposed to be doing as a grown-ass man and ex-felon, like I wasn't trying to get in no trouble. So anyways, cops like, oh, you want to snitch? Boom, boom, boom. Snitch on what, motherfucker? I don't know nothing no more. So next thing you know, the police let me go and they dismissed the charges. All right. They know they didn't have shit for real anyways. So they dismissed the charges. Next thing you know, the police dismissed the charges. Nolly it. 3 months after that, I'm sitting there on the internet trying to get my internet fixed because Buckeye right now has got some bullshit going on with the internet. And they come a pounding on my door again. Only this time, they said, yeah, remember that case that got through out? Yeah, well, we indicted you. So I'm like, oh, fuck. So they take me to jail. I go to jail. 14 days, this time without a bond. Now they're trying to forfeit the money that I was trying to retrieve that they illegally took because they said it was drug money, but it wasn't drug money. $3,200 came from my wife. That was her money with her mom. Her mom gave her $3,200 after she sold her house. Then after that, I had like $1,400 hustled up just from proceeds from playing music, playing festivals, playing bike rallies, and just playing music, heavy metal music. So they take me to jail again. I'm in there 14 days to see the judge. They SOR me out, and they put me on an ankle monitor. Now I'm still in jail, sitting in my house over some shit that these cops said they found at my house, and they didn't find shit because there was never nothing in my house. I don't know where this accusation came from or whatever, this charge. But it's a direct act of retaliation. And it's definitely a setup. And I don't know how to explain it to the judge. I can't afford a lawyer because they took all my money and they came back and took my money again, then came back and took my money again, like straight robbed me. Now I'm sitting here like wondering how I'm gonna pay my bills and all kinds of other shit because these cops are ruthless. I'm talking about thugs, straight thugs. Now, I know the law pretty good. I'm studying to be a paralegal, actually. Now, I don't know if these fine detective scumbag motherfuckers know this, but there's this thing called the Section 1983 USC, the 42nd section of the 1983 United States Revised Code. And when I get done proving that I didn't know nothing about no drugs in or out or wherever they found the drugs at, proving that I didn't have nothing to do with that, no, I'm sitting up in common pleas court, which is the real court and ain't the muni court. So all the evidence is gonna come out, all the stuff they found, and all the accusations and all the things that led up to the fucking investigation. Crazy part about it is that I seen the affidavit for search warrant where they ran their investigation, and it was very, very, very weak. A lot of lies, a lot of bullshit. They never had a buy, never had a controlled buy out of me. They just said I was doing hand-to-hand transactions, which could very well be possible. And the reason why is I sell tickets for I did sell tickets for the band that I was in because I can't be in a band when I keep on going to jail for nothing. So anyways, at this point in the game, I don't know what to do. I just hope I don't go to the joint for this shit because I'm like, man, I didn't do nothing. They're just mad because I filed a complaint on their brass. And obviously they deserve to get complaints filed on them because guess what? That shit is so crazy. That shit is so nuts. Thing about it is, the only thing I can do is just fight it. And when I get enough fighting it and I beat it, I'm going to send all them cops that's been harassing me over the past 4 years on a one-way ticket to Leavenworth.